The health of the future world. In the year 2189, humanity achieved what countless generations had dreamed of. We defeated disease, conquered aging, and built a civilization where death had become little more than a distant memory. Towering cities of glass and chrome stretched into the clouds, every street spotless, every system perfectly optimized. It was a world of absolute safety. Through genetic engineering, nanotechnology, and artificial intelligence, our bodies became flawless. Illness disappeared. Every cell was monitored, repaired, and perfected before it could fail. We became beautiful, healthy, and nearly immortal. But somewhere along the way, we became empty. Behind every ear pulsed a neural implant known as MindNet. It connected every human mind to an endless stream of knowledge, calculations, and information. Every answer was available instantly. Every fact existed within reach of a single thought. We knew everything, yet we felt nothing. Our cities grew strangely quiet. Streets once filled with conversations became rivers of silent people walking with mechanical precision. Laughter disappeared, curiosity faded, speaking without purpose was considered inefficient. Silence became the language of perfection. Even love became an algorithm. Families lived together but rarely touched. Parents and children walked side by side without holding hands. Partners shared homes without sharing their hearts. We existed beside one another, separated by an invisible ocean of emotional distance. Each morning, intelligent machines scanned our bodies. Medical capsules analyzed every heartbeat, every neuron, every molecule flowing through our veins. They balanced our hormones, repaired damaged cells, and proudly declared us 100% healthy. But no machine could answer a simple question. How do you measure a soul? Food became unnecessary. Nutrition flowed directly through our neural systems while we sat alone inside silent cafes, staring into invisible streams of digital information. Hunger disappeared. So did the joy of sharing a meal. Above us, countless medical drones floated through the sky, watching every citizen, protecting us from illness, weakness, and even ourselves. Every heartbeat was monitored. Every breath was recorded. Every biological anomaly was corrected before it could exist. Children no longer played beneath the open sky. They sat inside sterile learning pods where entire libraries were downloaded directly into their minds. They learned every answer before they ever learned to ask a question. Their curiosity was quietly sterilized before it had the chance to grow. Pain became obsolete. Invisible nanobots repaired every injury before blood could touch the skin. Broken bones healed instantly. Cuts vanished within seconds. Physical suffering disappeared from human history. But in erasing our ability to hurt, we also erased our ability to truly feel. Playgrounds remained perfectly clean, perfectly safe, and perfectly empty. No footsteps echoed across their polished floors. No laughter filled the air. They stood as monuments to an imagination we had willingly abandoned. Adults no longer worked with their hands. They sat motionless at transparent desks, solving impossible problems entirely inside interconnected minds. Every calculation was flawless. Every decision was optimized. Yet no one dreamed. Machines dressed us, cared for us, prepared our homes, and maintained our perfect lives. We became fragile gods living inside a temple that no longer needed its worshippers. People passed one another like ghosts. No eye contact, no smiles, no greetings. In a civilization that had eliminated every danger, the greatest threat became genuine human connection. We traveled through silent magnetic trains, surrounded by thousands of perfect strangers whose minds were endlessly connected to the digital world while remaining completely disconnected from one another. We had survived, but we had stopped living. Sometimes, during the quietest hours, a lone citizen would stand before the endless skyline of New London and feel something impossible to explain. A hollow ache deep within the chest. A longing for something that had no name. The machines detected no illness. The medical systems found no defects. Yet the emptiness remained. It was a sickness no algorithm could diagnose, a silent hunger for warmth, for uncertainty, for laughter, for love, for the beautiful chaos that once made us human. Hidden beneath layers of sterile perfection, forgotten pieces of the past still survived. A child's hand-drawn picture, a faded poem, a worn piece of paper carrying someone's impossible dream. They were quiet reminders that humanity had once created beauty, not because it was efficient, but because it meant something. And perhaps the human spirit can never truly be erased. Somewhere beyond the eyes of MindNet, two trembling hands reached for one another. A simple touch, a forbidden act. In that single moment, warmth returned to a world that had forgotten how to feel. Because a body can survive on perfect calculations, but a soul can only thrive through emotion. The future will not be defined by how long we live. It will be defined by whether we still remember how to love, to dream, to create, and to feel. Choose to feel, before the cold silence consumes us all.